Greetings, Earthlings. You know what's been on my mind? Got me saying my. What part you singing? My. You sure look good. Okay. That is what he kind of sound like towards the end of that song. He sound like a huffing and puffing preacher.
He sound like he mowing the grass and it's hot.
He sound like what I sound like every time I walk outside in 100 degrees. Just crying and singing at the same time.
Yeah, it's real hot.
Yeah, it is. And it's going to be like triple digits until next week. And the heat index next Wednesday is like 110. I don't even know what a heat index is.
It's how it feels outside. So you have the temperature and then what it feels like.
Yeah, it's hot. If you would like to save a heat Texas family from dying of the heat, cut the check. Cut it. Okay, and I'm not even going to talk about my electricity bill because I'm trying to get over that. But it's hot. And we're back. We're sorry that we missed.
2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks?
Was it?
It was 1 week.
No, it was 2.
I thought it was 1 because the one that we would have done last weekend would have been today.
Right. But it was okay. So it would have been 2 weeks had we not finagled.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Finagled our way. As you can see, we're red because it is Thursday and we needed time to record. She will be going home right after this video. She's getting on the road and going to be gone for the weekend. Last weekend we did decide to take just a mental health break because she had homework.
That was the weekend before last.
Okay, yes, the weekend before last.
Yeah.
And then last weekend my dumb ass did forget the light, and so
we just went to go eat beer bag.
That's it, because you know we try, if anything, we don't do nothing else, we go and eat. So I pulled up and I'm like, oh, you got the light? And she's like, no, the light at your house. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have the light. You want to go eat? Like, it was just kind of like, there's nothing we can do now. I've driven an hour. Let's go eat. Let's not do it. How lucky are you that you, then they say long distance relationships can't work. They should put us on eHeart.
You remember how sad you were when I was moving and it was like, we're never going to see each other.
Very sad.
And I see you.
Every single week. Wow.
How lucky are you to have a bitch that drive around DFW to see you?
Okay. I feel threatened. Can you not touch me like that? Thanks. So today, you know, we've been talking recently just about jobs and money. Because we need them. We always talk about jobs and money. We're always trying to find a sugar daddy because we need more money.
Right.
If you know any, let me know.
So today, something. What can I do less for more?
Yes.
Where is that at?
That's the true American dream that nobody tells you about. When you can sit at home and do nothing and still get paid. Kind of like our sister Red. But so today, in our little mini-sode, because we still picking that back up.
Yeah. Mini-sodes just work really well. They get the content across. It's real quick. You can do it while, you brush your teeth, doing your little makeup, and just hear what we got to say. Then you take that with you for the rest of the day. And
tell your friends. Tell your mama and them.
Like a snack. You just
like a snack. Yeah, and we know about snacking because we like to eat snacks. So today's episode of Where's the Money? Where's the money?
Yes.
It's just talking about elevating your job.
You ever met somebody who always got a new job?
Tell the people, this imaginary person that's over here. Yes, I always get a new job because people always gonna pay you more money
to do something else.
So I never want to get comfortable or content. I will leave y'all ass. And especially, Texas is a
at will state.
Yeah, and that's at will for me too. Like, why can't it go both ways? This is a transaction. So I leave your ass, give me the money, treat me right, or I'm leaving, like Tina Turner did in the 60s, or whatever year she was married to. I ain't a good historian. So we have 3 quick tips that is just kind of getting into a little bit of leaving your job, elevating your job, doing something new. Don't be
scared.
petty and stay at your job.
Yeah, and I think
for
that's
over
kind
10
of being
years.
phased out a little bit. I think, you know, corporations and jobs are really having to adjust to hiring millennials because entry-level position, 1-2 years, I'm looking at what else y'all
Right.
have, what mentoring programs do y'all have, what
Right.
development do y'all have, how easy, you know, how fluid is it to move around the company, what y'all trying to help me do, because if not, there's somebody that's going to help me do that.
Yeah, and I'm a deuce out. And you know, millennials,
We trying to do that anyway.
anyways, we not trying to really work.
We
but-
trying to get in this position. Can I do the job? I can do the job well. What's next?
What's next? Yeah, like it's the day one of working your new job. I have literally looked at other job positions. You gotta see what the competition be looking like, which is good. You gotta see, and I'll be ready to leave. Like, oh, okay, nice day one, day two, I can get a new job.
No, okay, not that
No,
serious.
not like that.
You do
Don't be that
want to, you want to be a sponge and you want to soak up everything that you can from the position that you're in. But don't take that to mean that you need to stay there for umpteen years. I think 3 years in a position max, because
Especially at our age.
Yeah, we young, trying to out here get this money,
Get
so
this
that
money.
when you ready to settle down and have children and stuff, you know have gained this experience.
Right.
You can be somebody's administrator, somebody's supervisor,
Right.
because you've done 4-5 positions, and it's like I know about all that.
Right, like you gathered that experience.
You a
that need.
well-rounded employee. That's what they like to
Well-rounded.
say.
Put that on your resume. They like to see that. Where's the money?
Where's the money?
Oh, you know what just happened?
Did you delete the tip?
It did delete it. Okay, tip number one. Forgive us. You know we get back into the group.
Wait, what is the first? I don't remember.
Weighing the pros and the
Okay,
cons.
yes.
The
Thank you.
The reasons.
Yeah. So don't. Yes, we are in support of switching jobs, but don't just switch jobs just willy-nilly. You need to look at, what we all looking at is the pay. But what else goes into the pay is how far are you having to drive? Are you
Right.
getting compensated for having to drive? What are the benefits like? What is
Working late nights.
Working late nights. What are, the development piece of it? I think that's so important. What are they going to give you? Because
What
you're giving
that
them
you don't
time
already have.
That you don't already have.
Right.
Or you just going to be, a hamster on the wheel, working, or are you doing something to elevate yourself? So do they have mentoring programs? Do they have development? Are you doing trainings? Do you need a license? Do you have to upkeep your license? Things like that. You want to weigh the pros and cons, because if you have to switch jobs and it's like, oh, I'm making more money, but you driving hella far to get there to
it's
do
not
the same
really
shit.
worth it. Yeah, it's that what you call in the business world cost benefit analysis.
Yeah,
like what are you getting in return? Because you have to keep in mind you are giving these people your time.
Your time.
Yes, they are giving you a job and employment and making sure your electricity stay on in this Texas heat, but what are you getting in return? Because it's a transaction and it's a relationship, it's a business relationship. So really be smart when it comes to elevating and changing. And even when you feel burnt out in your job, I feel like desperate calls or
desperate time calls.
Call for desperate measures. You know me and
when you just feel like you just got to get
something.
up and go.
Yeah, but still take that time to weigh out the pros and cons and what you get in exchange for elevating and moving up. And if that even is considered a move up in real
if it's
life.
a lateral, you should never be making lateral moves unless you are getting something out of it, which would make it not a lateral move. But you shouldn't be doing this.
No,
because then you wasting your time. Yeah, you need to.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. And we always say business is strictly financial. That is Drake, and that is so true. That applies to so many different things. It is business. It's a business decision for you. Run your life like you run a business.
Yes.
Like run it.
And keep the feelings out of it.
Yeah.
I know it's easy, and this is a little side tip. This a little
boop,
a little extra ducket. Keep the personal out of it, okay? You've worked there for forever. You've built these relationships. Keep those relationships even after you move. But don't let, I guess, the loyalty that you show to a company if you're still not getting anything out of it. Like, eventually, it's time to move around. Now, of course, if you are genuinely happy and you making what you making to meet your needs, then it's all good. But this is for us who is trying to leave.
And talk to the management at your office and see what they have for you. What I think that's rolling into tip number 2 is if you are
at the same place.
If you're looking to do something else, look at the company that you already work for. You already work there. You already have a supervisor. You've already built rapport there. They already know what type of employee you are. So look and see what they have. Talk to management and say, this isn't really working for me. I don't think that I'm really doing well in this position. You know what I work like. What would you
suggest? Yes.
that I would, try and see if they can at least link you up with somebody to have just conversations with and see what else is there. Because again, it's that weighing that pros and cons, where it's like, well, I'm here, I'm doing well here, people know how I work here, so let me just see what's going on here.
Part of it is just doing that research, talking to other people that may work a different position too, kind of seeing if you can shadow for a day. Google, look at other companies, look at reviews of other companies. I'm a review girl, because people tell the truth out here, especially on the internet. You know they ruthless.
And when it's anonymous, they really telling the truth.
They really telling the truth. Something else just to streamline in the tip 3, which I think is our favorite tip, is that you gonna have haters.
Oh, before can we just rewind?
Bloop, okay, bloop, bloop, pull it back.
When you are looking at reviews of companies, look at turnover rate.
Yes.
Because you can see a company and it's like, oh yeah, the pay is great here, but it's something that's making people leave. That they have such a high turnover rate, or it's something with the management that people aren't wanting to stay. So that's something that to look for. It's like, oh, this seems like a great company. They have all these things going for them. But if you look on Glassdoor and everybody's saying work there for a year, terminated, work there for a year, left. That's something to be mindful of, and that's something to ask, because we talked about interviews, I think. That's something to ask in an interview, like, well, why are people leaving? Like, what is it about your structure that's
that's making people want to run and hide because everybody's leaving? So part of doing your research.
Okay, we can fast forward.
Haters, you are gonna have a bunch of people that
Tell
don't
them the
want you to
story
move
about
up.
the girl.
Oh, so I was working a job that I was not pleased with at all, but I was still in school, and so it was probably 2 months before I graduated with my master's, and I was outside talking to a girl, and mind you, I just started, and she was asking me like what I thought of the job. I don't speak negatively to people that I like that work at the same company, because they go tell other people. So I was just like, oh, it's fine, whatever. I'm getting my master's, and I'm looking to do something with that. And she's like, oh, you get your master's, you can't do nothing with that these days. And I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of too late. Like, I'm about to graduate. I'm about to have it. And shortly after, before I graduated, I want to say towards the end, like,
you was almost there. It was
at the end. And I got a new job doing exactly what I've always wanted
with more money.
Literally doubled my pay. Like, you get 1, 2, that was double of the pay. And you want to know? She pulled up and was like, y'all need any help?
No, because you can't do nothing with none of them.
Are they hiring for anything else? And at first, she was the main one that was like, oh, you're not going to be able to do anything with that. That's pointless. That's why I didn't go get mine. And then I get a job doing exactly what I want to do, making more in a happier environment, because this was a company where everyone kind of felt the same and just nobody really liked their job, but everyone settled. And I knew from the jump I wasn't there to settle. I just
was there.
The electricity bill was during the summertime again, and you gotta make money to pay electricity because it was hot. So that's why I was working, and then I worked my dream job every single day. So the moral of the story is, fuck them people, girl. Don't be listening to nobody. Listen to yourself. Listen to the skills that you have that can pay the bills. Because a lot of people want to be in your situation. They want to be in your position. And at first, before you take... And I was one of the... Even though I just started, I was not afraid to apply somewhere to go on the interview. I only been there for 2 months. And then I'm leaving. And everyone wanted to know the secret. And the secret was, I'm not happy, and I left.
That's it. And people don't think about leaving until you leave.
Oh my!
Or you're about to leave,
with that?
And then they want to inquire about what you're doing with. Oh, I never thought about that. And it's like, And then us as people, we're always thinking, what's the 3-year plan? What's the 5-year plan? What's the 10-year plan? And so moves is calculated over here.
Right.
We
move it intentionally.
Literally every Monday we talk about mini goals. Everything that we do is calculated to get to the next step. So when we do something and people on the outside are like, oh my gosh, like I never thought about that. And it's like, girl, this been
thought of.
Yeah, so
this
when it
happens,
in the motion, and we discuss it with each other, it's like, okay,
that's good. Yeah. Literally, like having this big goal of this is what I want to do overall, and just not being afraid to take the steps.
Don't be
that
scared.
Help you get there.
Yeah, and ask, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you want to know about something, closed mouth don't get fed. If you want to know about something, ask somebody.
Ask people.
Ask
ask people what you want to know. Get the inside.
And if you
scoop.
don't know what you want to know, because there are times where you like want to know something, but you don't know what it is that you want to know.
Right.
Just ask the general questions, and as they start talking, it's like, okay,
think of a follow-up question you
question.
can ask right after that elaborates what you want to know. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
that's a good tip.
You know,
you done did this before, girl.
we just out here trying to make y'all better, trying to help.
Are we
y'all.
trying to make them better?
That's right.
Get it together, man. Get it together.
Well, that's it. We gotta go. I'm hungry. I'm trying to heat up my food and get on the road, Ed. But we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Like, share, subscribe,
Comment.
tell your mama and them. We love y'all. I said that, huh?
How much you love them, sis?
You know, I love everybody. Jesus is my savior, and he says that we should love everybody, and that's how I feel.
Hey, that's all we need to know. And remember, you can still be happy without everything going your way. Man.